And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. DH.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. George way outside. No good there. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And here they go. Stolen by George. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. And it's Beverley missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Giannis outside. Middleton on the wing. From the arc. Offensive rebound, Bucks. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's George. Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. And Ibaka kicks to George. Passes it to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris with the bucket.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Beverley against DiVincenzo. Nobody near George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Giannis. That one doesn't go. The Clippers go the other way with it. Count it.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Bucks trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Holiday surveying the floor. The 3 for DiVincenzo. He can't get that one. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Inside. Giannis against Morris. Outside, George. The 3. Giannis grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Back to Middleton. Lopez right side. Stolen by Beverley. And they're on the break. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And the shot is good.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. They get out in transition there.
George dishes to Leonard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Leonard.
Let this be a reminder, when you're going up for a shot, it's always important to know where Kawhi Leonard may be lurking.
Bucks trail by 7. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And Beverly kicks to George. Outside Leonard.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Here's Teague. Connaughton passes to Tucker. And the rejection by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus.
A good, close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top, up 3. And we've got more NBA action on.
Being able to go through adversity and come out.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And there's Teague. And it's Nora in at the 3. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Teague up top, guarded by Jackson. Portis in the post. Cousins is there. Portis can't get it to go.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Cousins finds Jackson. Back to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Pass to Connaughton. Back to Teague. Outside Portis. The pass to Moore. 6 to shoot. And that one hits back iron. Clippers leading by 8. Jackson with it. Picked up by Teague. Jackson dishes to Batum. Back to Jackson. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cousins, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Bucks trail by 5. Takes a 3. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Left side Jackson. Good work there as it goes. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Beyond the arc. And the Bucks miss again. Picked his pocket. Here's Nora. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Jackson. The shot will not fall. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Connaughton. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson kicks to Cousins. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Here's the proverbial easier said than done. You got to tie up Cousins if you're going to foul him.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Holiday against Jackson. Outside Holiday. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Passes it to Beverly. Pass to Morris. Leonard looking around. Pass to George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
Now, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Here's Giannis. Great D that time from Leonard.
And typically...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Bucks trail by 11. Outside Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. Fires from deep. And to Tacumbo. And onto Tacumbo on the follow.
And that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
But deep three from George. Rebound Milwaukee. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Middleton outside. Clock at 6. Misses off the left iron.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Bucks trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
Outside Leonard. Morris right side. Lets it fly from 18. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 7 points in the game. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Nobody near Leonard. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the Clippers miss again. Bucks trail by 4. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And here's George. He's got 7. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Holiday against Beverly. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. For the tie, Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Middleton for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Middleton's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks. George finds Leonard. "11 seconds left to play in the third." Again, Leonard missing. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. Teague against Batum. Can't hit from 12.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Tucker can't get it to go.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Now Jackson. Over in the corner, Batum. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Puts it up from 12. Doesn't go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Passes it to Connaughton. Back to Teague. To the left side wing. Connaughton passes to Nora. Bucks passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Portis finds Tucker. Now here's Teague. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum leading the charge. Shooting foul. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard for 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Teague the pass to Portis. He dishes it to Tucker. Pass to Connaughton. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. George dishes to Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Beverly. From deep, George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. DiVincenzo with it. Dish now to Holiday. He kicks to Lopez. Launches it. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist from Lopez. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka drawing the double team. Leonard, that's for 2. And right on target with the swish.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lopez left side. 56 seconds left in the fourth. Off target with the fadeaway. Open shot, George. It's in!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton left side. Outside Holiday. Right between the eyes.
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beverly against Holiday. 3-pointer. George, no good. Right side Holiday. Here's Middleton. Good.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game. Now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. That'll be a 5-second call. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. In at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at shooting guard. Now here's Covington. Passes to Jones. Kicks it to Powell. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. Leonard, no luck. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Lillard throws it down.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Out left to the wing. Ibaka against Nurkic. Ibaka, the pass to Morris. Good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
You can't give Covington a lane. Once he gets one, he goes for the throwdown.
George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. Out to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. And it's George missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Lillard. From past the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And Portland has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. Count the basket. Lillard's got his second basket of the game.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And here's George. Releases. A wide open look here for Ibaka. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Powell kicks to Lillard. Over George. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Outside Leonard from outside the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland leading. Lillard left side. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And George kicks to Morris. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Paul George with the steal. The pass to Leonard. He dishes it to Morris. Back to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. On the wing, Jones, Lillard, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 10.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
George against Covington. Out to Morris. Leonard with no one around. The three-pointer no good.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a three-point game. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Powell. Lillard with it. Over Beverly. And it's Lillard missing.
No, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Anthony. Also, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out there. Colum is out there with Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in at the point. That one drops for him. George has got his first points in this one.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. It doesn't go for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's McCollum. Here's Cantor. Pass to Simons. Jackson down low. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. The Clippers shooting their first foul shot of the game. And it's tied up with that one. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Now, here's Kennard. After Enes Kanter's miss. Got a piece of it.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Here's Mann. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pass to Kennard. Puts up a three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, and when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now, here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Jackson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down his side. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
1:56 left now here in the second. Here's Simons. There's the pass to Cantor. The shake. Shoots over Zubac. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Crafty pump fake by Cantor right there. Outwitted the defender and won himself a trip to the line.
And Cantor drops them both. The Clippers trail. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. It's Jackson with the drive and the dunk by Jackson.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the technical free throw is good.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Hollis Jefferson finds Cantor. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hollis Jefferson's got his second bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now Jackson. He's got 7. Pass to Kennard. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Passes it to Simons. Hollis Jefferson with it. Jackson on him. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. That 3 off the mark. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Everly with the ball. Outside Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Lillard from outside. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Six seconds left in the second quarter. 1 second left, and that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points. Well, he's been... And that'll do it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. Here's Beverley, following the score by Damian Lillard. Left side, Ibaka. He kicks it to George. And it's rebounded by Covington. Portland leading by 3. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. It's tipped. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Now here is Ibaka. Right side, George. And Morris throws it down.
And that's why you love Morris, because he is just a total team player. Not only an extraordinary screener, but a superb roller as well.
Here's Lillard. He's got 12. From deep three-point range. Here's Beverley. And the layup's good off the glass. Beverley's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Nurkic, not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Here's Leonard. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell. Shoots from the line. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it? And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yep, that one goes in there. Morris has got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard with it. George picks him up. Shoots. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Lillard.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Beverly against Lillard. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Pass to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Nurkic trying to get open. Lillard misses. Clippers leading by 3. The pass to Morris. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. Banked in off the glass. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lillard, right side. Lillard again missing. Now the Clippers with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. The offensive rebound. George dishes to Morris. Leonard inside, working on Jones. Snatched up. Leonard finds Morris. Goes up again. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lillard attacking, and he comes up with the deuce. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
George with no one around, and a miss there on the triple. Jones in the post, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, they've got McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Kanter's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Here's Kennard. And he makes that one. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
McCollum against Kennard. McCollum passes to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Over Kennard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. Pass to Simons. Here's Kanter. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. That's now 8 points for Enes Kanter.
For a guy that spends so much time in the low post, Kanter is a solid jump shooter. Good rhythm to his catch-and-shoot motion.
Passes it to Kennard. And now Portland on the break. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stolen by McCollum. Down low. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. Here's man. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. And that one is good from Zubac. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Simons. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
We see this a lot. The ball looks so good coming your way. It's hard to resist reaching over.
And Portland making a change here. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. George against McCollum. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard left side. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. The feed now to Covington. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers leading by 7. .144 left to play in the final quarter. Leonard looking around. Ibaka outside. Kept alive. Leonard kicks to Morris. Dishes it to Ibaka. He feeds it to Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Ibaka outside. Leonard on the wing. And the basket is good.
And we've seen Lillard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Fires for 3. And George kicks to Leonard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough.
Nobody near Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound, and there's the pass to Powell. Here's Nurkic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No, you can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. It's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center position. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. The 3 from Harden. Griffin passes to KD. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
George against Brown. Griffin with the steal. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
George looking over the floor. That one doesn't drop. The Nets go the other way with it. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Off target with his three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Poked away. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Beverly.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Harden outside. That one no good. Ibaka with some nice D. George passes to Leonard. Outside for George. Durant with the steal. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And Brown throws it down hard.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. A part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George fires the three. It's good from long range. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. 6 to shoot. Kennard for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Clippers trail by 6. The pass to Kennard. Pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. To the paint. A shot by Batum, no good. Nets leading by 6. He lobs it up.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Jackson drives in. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
Here's Irving. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson, and there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3. Here's Jackson. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 7. Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to Irving. Shot, high post.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
Back to Kennard. At the elbow, it's Cousins. An easy 2 points on the layup.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Irving against Jackson. Irving passes to Claxton. And good that time.
Running the pick and roll to perfection. Kyrie with a great feel for the game.
Now Jackson. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is what you get from Cousins, a big man who can catch, face up, and deliver.
Lets it go from 11. Good on the jump shot. And the Nets lead by 7.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
In the corner, Kennard with it. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. And so Green will bring it up for Brooklyn. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside Irving. Harris outside. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. 4 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's George. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Ibaka right side. Lob pass to George. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Outside for Griffin. Harden the pass to Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
With his size, KD almost unstoppable from mid-range.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. If you look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Harden, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
George with the bucket.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
Beverly against Harden. Outside Durant. This one for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Nets leading by 4. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Harden with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. It's George on the wing. And another three for the Clippers.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
And Durant puts up a deep three, and that would have counted, but his shot. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the... And that's a...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Ibaka, no luck. Nets leading by 3. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Took the opportunity when he saw it. KD's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Nets.
Beautiful catch and shoot from Kevin Durant. He's one of those guys that can do it consistently every night.
Back to George. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Jordan and the rejection by Ibaka. Morris, left side. Kicks to Leonard. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. The rebound by Ibaka. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the 2nd half. For the lead, George passes to Morris. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Harden against Beverly. Harden kicks to Brown. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
George with the ball. He's got 13. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Durant with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Over Beverly. Griffin passes to KD. Five on the clock. Wide open. Again, the Nets for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's George, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Brooklyn leading by 3. 1:44 left here in the third quarter. Here's Irving. He's off on that one, so the Clippers will take it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Back to Kennard. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Irving passes to Claxton. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Jackson.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
And they take the lead. Mann's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Irving. That's good from 17 feet away. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
Jackson passes to Mann. And that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got 6 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. A nice shot by Irving.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. He dishes it to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Floats it up for Cousins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I loved him being aggressive right there. DeMarcus is a big target at the rim.
Irving for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They got Jackson. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
And that one misses. Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. The pass to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Jackson misses. The net shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. KD's shot is good.
KD is on a different level, going over, around, or straight through the defense now.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Feeds it to Batum. Cousins, the pass to Mann. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. James Harden with the rebound. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
A graceful athlete in his prime of his career, Durant with great body control through contact.
And the Clippers call time here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
George against Brown, and that one's good. George.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here is Harden. Brown outside. KD on the wing. 4 on the clock. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's Beverly. He feeds it to George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Harden scanning the floor. Outside Durant. Shoots over Leonard. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And the arms of DeAndre just never end. He is a real threat to score, and the defense has to take him seriously.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. Clippers trail by 5. In the corner, George with it. Hits it from 3-point range. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Now, here is Harden. Durant kicks to Harden. Fires at the elbow. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Harden against Beverly. It's tipped. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The shot's good.
Terrific body control from Kyrie and the showtime finish.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Outside, George from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. George has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Los Angeles. Brooklyn leading by 4. Now Harden dishes to KD. There's the feed to Jordan. Out to KD. Shot clock at 6. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. From deep, George. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Durant with it. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, Morris. Left side, Leonard. Irving with the steal. outside Durant. And an intentional foul right there.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
What's crazy about KD, he's been an NBA champion and a Finals MVP all in 2017, and I still feel like he's improving.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 6. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
The deep three from George. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A truly... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Now...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in its center. Now here's George. Morris outside. Clock at 6. George with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Morris kicks to George. From outside off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. The break fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Now here's Leonard. The 3 from George. Lopez grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Holiday against Beverly. Holiday the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots the 3. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, this team likes to see Lopez working hard on the glass. That's a part of his game he must continue to improve upon.
The feed to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
It's stolen by Morris. George finds Leonard. Back to George. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Bucks. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo drills the three-pointer.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Back to George. Shoots over DiVincenzo. George, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. No good on the 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Leonard. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Back to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for a while.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Good on the triple. DiVincenzo's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Bucks. And here's George. On the wing, Morris. Beverly finds George. Shot clock at 6. That one falls.
I'll tell you, that's the speed of Paul George on the drive. Amazing attack on the rim.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Beverly, the pass to Morris. To the inside. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Morris. And it's a tie ball game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found. Holiday up top, defended by Beverly. Holiday dishes to Lopez.
The shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 2. We've got more NBA basketball coming. And recently, on the subject of trash talking,
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Leonard, no luck.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
T kicks to Connaughton. Pass to Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Clippers again turning it over.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Bucks leading by 4. Passes it to Nwora. Back to Teague. Outside Portis. Pass to Connaughton. The dish to Teague. Great D that time from Batum.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And the Bucks, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Now the pass to Nwora. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Tucker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Jackson against T. And a wide open look for Portis. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 4.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. For Milwaukee, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Now here's Teague, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Bucks lead by 4. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
How about the power that Boogie Cousins brings to the table? Tough matchup for any defender.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game. That one drops. He ties it up. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Milwaukee. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. There's the lob to Portis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
Jackson passes to Kennard. It's good. Kennard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Teague against Batum. Right side Teague. A nice shot by Tucker.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Portis. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Here's Nora. Batum grabs the miss. And Los Angeles guys shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
One of the things that makes Boogie Cousins such a tough cover, he's smart, he understands how to use his size. You talk about big-time skill, my goodness.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. The Bucks shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. Now Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the middle. Here's Portis. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Batum inside the three-point line. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everyone. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the little things, the intangibles, that make a big difference.
No, for sure. And you can tell he enjoys doing those things that sometimes don't show up in the box score.
They've got Portis. Teague out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nora in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Mann. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Portis, the pass to Teague. Here's Nora. A 3 ball. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. A chance to jump into the lead for the first time here.
They really want to capitalize, Kevin.
Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Bucks. Leonard on the wing. He feeds it to Ibaka. Leonard kicks to Morris. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Giannis high post. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
George dishes to Ibaka. George, no good.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Fires the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Incredible wingspan. Unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Kicks it to George. Over Holiday. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Fast break, Milwaukee.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo has evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Beverly with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. George with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And it's in there. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Well, let's remember, at his size, this is a very mobile 4. He can stretch the defense, and in this instance, just does some work in the pick and roll.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their...
Oh, wow.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. From deep. They get the rebound. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Up top, DiVincenzo. 8 points for him. A three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
George. The rebound by Middleton. Milwaukee's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. That one wide left.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And George, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 6.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Up in time. Offline. The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Passes to Holiday. Back to Giannis. Inside, Middleton, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Giannis. It's stolen by Ibaka. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with this stuff.
Well, making an impact with his defense has been a trademark of Serge's game. Nice job by the big man.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Giannis outside. Looking to end the run. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. It's tipped. Ibaka. This is to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
DiVincenzo finds Giannis. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi, PG, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Outside Holiday. Back to Lopez. 5 to shoot. The shot, no good. I think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And that one's good. Beverly.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered. And Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
And to the Kumbo inside. Leonard's there. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. George against Holiday. George looking around. The 3 from Morris. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets it to go.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
George way outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for George.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Outside, George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Shot's good by Ibaka.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Holiday. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Jackson misses. And that one's good by Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the small forward. And George gets it to go. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
Ibaka finds Leonard. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And it's George missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Lillard. Offensive rebound. Here's Powell, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Clock at 4. Here's Lillard, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Portland shooting their first free throw this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
Now, here's George. Back to Beverly. From downtown. George, no good. Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Tries it from 9. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Here is Lillard. Out to the right wing. Kicks it out to McCollum. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the inside. Outside for George. And that one is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Ibaka finds Beverly. Oh, Morris in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's McCollum. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. There's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Pass to Simons. Now here's Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. They get it back. Here's Simons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
29 seconds left to play in the first. Beverly, the pass to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Anthony.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
20 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Here's Simons, stolen by Beverly. A deep three from Leonard, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Los Angeles on top, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with you.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Zubac finds Batum.
How about Melo? Some good defense down there on the other end, putting in the effort.
A shot by Batum, no good. Anthony, the pass to Jones. Back to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The pass to Simons. Now Hollis-Jefferson still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Jones. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Clippers leading by 5. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Batum got it. Good job in the low post.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Simons, the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So Portland ends up going with the new group. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Jackson against Lillard. Zubac's with it. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Powell for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Powell's got 5.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Lillard outside. Kennard with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Over Kennard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's George. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. 30 seconds left in the first half. Here's Leonard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
McCollum kicks to Powell. Beverly against Lillard. They get it back. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
George looking over the floor. Count that bucket.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a... And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Clock is at 3, and play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, he plays super active on the glass, so calls like this are to be expected.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
George passes to Ibaka. Latrey. The shot's good on the assist by George. Ibaka's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Clippers leading by 10. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Ibaka for three. Good work defensively by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. Drops in the tray. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. A three from McCollum. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Lillard outside. Step back shot. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from McCollum.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
And George, here we go.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard outside. Pass to Pop. Pulls it up. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's George. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Beverly against Lillard. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Ibaka right side. And it's Beverly atop the key. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris with the bucket.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Trailblazers trail by 10. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. Lillard scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. Over Beverly. Baseline J on the way.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 10. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for the Clippers right now, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward position. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Now here's Kennard. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Kennard's shot is off. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 10-point game. Puts one up from 19. Here's Simons. Connects on the 17-footer. Simons has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Portland.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Batum against Anthony. Right side, Batum. Here's Zubac. Pass to Kennard. Another shot outside for Jackson. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers trail by 8. And there's the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Powell finds Lillard. 6 to shoot. The Clippers grab the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's George. Launches a 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
He's perfect from the line this time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 10. Beverly wide open. Off target from outside. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Here's Lillard. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Ibaka's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
McCollum against George. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Down low. Here's Morris trying to get open as Ibaka. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Here's McCollum. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Lillard. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Covington misses off the right iron, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. 34 seconds left in the game. And a deep three from George. But they get it back. Morris finds George. For the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here's McCollum for three. Drills it from outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And so Los Angeles takes the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the And as things...
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And looking at the Nets, Brown out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the 4 slot. Pass to Morris. Outside, George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Beverly against Harden. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
George against Brown. And George, here we go.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Harden surveying the D. Brown outside. Harden right side. Clock at 6. The pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. Outside for Griffin. Brown the pass to Jordan. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Nobody near George. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
A graceful athlete in his prime of his career. Durant with great body control through contact.
Bounce pass from Ibaka. Outside Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got his 2nd bucket.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Harden kicks to Durant. Greg Hoop. Hold on!
Jeremy, you got to buckle up on that one. Putting a little creativity into it. Durant usually making it look easy, but not here.
George against Jordan. Takes the 3, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, you want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, there's an art to snatching rebounds from behind, but most players can't pull it off. Tim Duncan was one of the best.
A shot by Harden, wide open, bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
On the wing, George. He's covered by Brown. Griffin on the double team. Here's George. It's hauled in by Brown. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Leonard, no luck. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. A putback.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Clippers trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And George, here we go. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Harden outside. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And George, here we go. That shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's KD. He gets that one. He's got 6.
The wiry strength of Kevin Durant enabling him to guide it home.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good on the three-point shot.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Beverly against Harden. Keeps it alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
A 3 from Morris. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having... Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Green. Also out there, Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. On the wing, Irving. Tipped away. Here's Jackson. It's deflected. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Brooklyn leading by 6.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Just 4 to shoot. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. It's Jackson with the drive. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, despite that possession, something that I've liked is they've been under control while getting out in this lead. They've kept those turnovers down.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And here's George for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin with it. Guarded now by Morris. Harden the pass to Jordan. Nets passing it around. Durant against Leonard. Durant drawing the double team. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
1:30 left to play here in the half. Harden against Beverly. Shot from free throw range. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 11.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's George, and then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Harden against Beverly. Harden draws the double to the middle, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Ibaka, this is to Morris. Ibaka, the pass to Morris. That shot is off. The Nets go the other way with it. The three from KD. Brown finds Jordan. Outside, KD. And Durant gets double teamed. Back to Jordan. From 13, Durant. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding up. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 2 assists. And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Here's George. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Durant with it. Leonard picks him up for the finish. And then Durant with the dunk.
You know, people underestimate the speed of Durant. He gets up court quickly.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Passes to KD. And finished off by KD.
With his long strides, Durant can gather at the three-point line and still get all the way to the rim.
Harden against Beverly. Leonard draws the double. The pass to Ibaka. From deep, George. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Harden against Beverly. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and Will can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
George double teamed. Pass to Leonard. Stolen by Durant. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And the jam by Harden.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Pass to Morris. Back to George. On the wing, George. Yes, that goes in.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Harden outside. Now the dish to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harden. Pulls up, high post, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Harden's got 17. George double teamed. Ibaka dishes to Leonard. Offline with his 3.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from George. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Irving double team. Here's Claxton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Over to the left wing. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. 36 seconds left in the 3rd. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Five to shoot. Irving with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
Here's man, guarded by Harris. Jackson in the corner. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
That's a 2 from Kennard. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the Nets 5. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Zubac.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Green. To the paint. Here's Claxton, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk. than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now Jackson. And the pass to Batum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Irving against Jackson. Down low, Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. With the shot, another one falls for the Clippers.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
And here is Irving. Rebounded by Jackson.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Dinwiddie dishes to Green. Pass to Claxton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Up again. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Harden with it. That one goes. Count it. Harden's got 19 points.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the fourth. Here's George, and he banks in the layup. George has got 11 in the second half.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Harden against Beverley. Harden kicks to Jordan. Harden draws the double. 4 on the shot clock. Durant for 3.
You look at Kawhi's work ethic on defense. He's perfected the art.
And it's off from three-point range. Brooklyn leading by 8. Griffin passes to Harden. Back to Griffin. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Nets lead by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Harden draws the double. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. That one goes in.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Morris with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Morris kicks to George. No good on the triple. Good on the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Leonard looking around. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.